Welcome, guys, to our new podcast series with me
Hello, I'm the XM.
and we are going to be doing a Gorilla Tag podcast series where we update you on the most recent Gorilla Tag news that has been going around.
So, do you want to start?
Yes. So basically, recently in the new Gorilla Tag update leaks, we have more leaks to the new Gorilla Tag space update. Now, the new update leaks are that every single painting referencing the Gorilla Tech Space update has been removed from basement in the new basement update. What that does is whenever a painting gets removed from basement that references something, that something it gets added in the next update.
Yes. And we've also noticed some more stuff about the crisis with the rotating map of people keep wanting it to change, people liking it and people disliking it. Because I've been asking people, like, how do you feel about the new thing? Some people are like, oh yes, I love OGKs, and some people are like, I hate OGKs, you know?
Mm.
Stuff like that.
And all
And
those opinions are very based
very
if
important.
people
So
yeah, it's based for people who don't like scary stuff. But then again, these mines is very scary, especially with the next thing that we're going to cover in a minute. But people that like scary stuff just do not like mine. So, but for OGs, this is a total win.
yeah, so
The next thing that we're
for
going to cover is that there is a new horror mode added to Gorilla Tag, which is Lucy, the one of the old ghosts or skeletons from the Halloween Gorilla Tag update, has been completely redone and has now been put in mines where you tap this jar and they start chasing you throughout, and you have to spawn them in, and they start chasing you throughout the entirety of mines. So basically, that is the new update and everything for mine specifically. Now the
you
XM will tell you
also
about
have to make
another.
sure. Yeah, you also have to make sure about the Finding Lucy thing. You also have to make sure that when you do it, you also have to make sure that the green mist comes out of the vase. So don't plop your hand in and leave. Wait for you some green mist, and then you'll hear a sound. You will also hear whistles, and you'll get like a mini jump scare behind you or somewhere, and like some of the spawn locations. And that's when Lucy will appear. And Lucy will go after one person only, and she'll fling you out of caves. So if you don't think that it works, it definitely does work. You just have to give it a bit of time because it's not that fast.
Um, Another thing that Gorilla Tag has added is Lemming is listening to the players more and more in another axiom too. They are both listening to the players more and more by adding OG caves. So if the players riot for something, I think we now know that something's gonna happen about it.
Yes, and also we should also be talking about the finger painter boycott.
I posted a video on this, but the people are rioting against the finger painter. Now, why you may ask, it is not for the, even though smaller creators like me, myself, are posting videos on the finger painter boycott, we are not posting it for ourselves. We are posting it for the creators that really do deserve the finger painter and just have not gotten justice yet.
Yes, yes. I feel like these people deserve finger painter more than a lot of other people, and they should also accept gorilla tag commentary because commentary is one of the most popular forms of gorilla tag.
And a quick little plug, we have a code SOT where we have some of the nicest people in that code that would love to meet you and hear from you. So that's a
Yeah, our little fan code to give us some more recommendations for
video,
newer podcasts and stuff
new
like that, and
content, new
videos.
everything. We are open to
Yeah,
anything.
you'll either be greeted by our friends. One of our friends are basis. The other friends would be um Me, myself, like me.
AKA, he has rotating names. You'll recognize his voice instantly. And then there's me, SOT
Yes.
Goggles VR. And if anybody has SOT in their name, they're a part of our clan. Now we don't know what their reactions will be to you, so we kind of can't judge it because they don't really know who you are. But we're going to try telling them. So we usually
Yeah,
have,
so you can also talk about how you're like a big fan, maybe.
and
They'll probably
they'll
understand you from
recognize it
there.
immediately.
Yeah, we'll have them know. But if you see somebody with the name SOT, but it's not one of our members that we have, like it's not like I want you to comment with us, like comment on some of our
Who
video
they
on one
are
of
or
our
what their
videos.
username is, and we'll check them out. Make sure they are the real people. If you see anybody that are acting strange, we're off, or just being bad people in general that have our names, it's probably not us more than anything. It's most likely not us because we aren't really as active as we usually are, but we'll try be there every once in a while.
Yes, you can. You're always free to join the code. See if you can meet the real us. We always love to hear what you guys have to say about feedback and everything.
Moving on from that quick plug, um, Gorilla Tag's Beaches update hasn't been updated since the Easter update. Most people have not noticed
Yes.
this, but I have noticed this a lot recently that Beaches just has not been updated. I don't know if we're going to riot against Lemming not updating Beaches, but if you look, there's still the spring stuff all around Beaches. Now I know spring is still technically happening, but dude, it's almost June, depending on when you're watching this.
Yes, it depends on where you're watching when you're watching this. But actually, anyways, we mostly have to talk about the beaches thing because the issue with the thing I think that the issue with the beaches map is that there's not much to update. You know,
Yeah.
so just like mountains, there's not much to update besides a few decorations in the slide or just the zip lines or the ropes. That's kind of it.
Now I know Lemming. This isn't like something that needs to happen. Don't riot against this. Lemming's done a great job with beaches, but you know it would be really cool, like just cool in general. I know this will probably not happen for a bit. A beaches update, like a beaches revamp.
Yeah, like maybe like in summer. Summer we'll get a beaches revamp.
Yeah, and maybe not like a full revamp because that would be a bit too much for Lemming and their Axiom to really handle. But I'm meaning like just like a new section, like under the pirate ship, a water section, which I know would be
Yeah,
annoying, but like some parts may be cool. Like add on a bit of new mechanics, like boosting,
yeah, like jump boosters and stuff like that.
yeah, and also low grav.
Yeah, low gravity would be cool. You know what? That's what they should do in the space update, the upcoming space update that's supposedly supposed to be happening.
Hmm. Well,
They should probably do some low gravity in one of the maps, or make like a secret. Wait, with the beaches, like little mini secret tunnel thing that we think about, um, gets like the moon map, and you have low gravity and everything, like speed boost and stuff like that. It'd be a nice little thing. It's like clouds, basically, but better.
yeah, something I have noticed that every Gorilla Tag player that I've seen so far has also not noticed is that even though throughout all of the Gorilla Tag fan games, every single Gorilla Tag fan game has a banana in it, right?
A banana holdable,
Like just a banana in
basically.
general, like a holdable. Yeah, like a
Yeah,
holdable. But the thing is,
yeah.
Gorilla Tag itself does not have one.
The own name has gorilla, and all we have is a hat. We need an actual holdable.
Yeah, we need something that would be like a holdable or something along those lines that other than a hat, because we already have the hat. But like every Gorilla Tag fan game or that I've ever seen has had a banana in it, except for the game itself, the game that inspired all of it.
You know, like I love how everyone like doesn't have gorilla. Like like gorilla in their name, but they're still a Gorilla Tag fan game, has a banana holdable, but we only have a banana hat. Shoot, they might even have a banana holdable and a banana hat,
which is
for all we know.
amazing for a game that has gorilla. This is no hate, but we're just trying to make reasonable points here.
Yeah, we're trying to make. Well, these are what these podcasts are going to be about: VR, VR apps, and GTAG's latest news.
Because GTAG really does have that latest news. Like, it has
Yeah,
drama every
and we'll
5
just be
minutes.
talking about. Yeah, we'll just be talking about just latest updates and news in general about multiple different games and just VR in general.
So we recommend you follow this podcast or subscribe to it, depending on where this podcast is, where you're watching it. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes, we will definitely appreciate that. But there's two more things I do want to talk about.
Yeah, and there's one other
I
thing
want
to
to
end this off after you're done.
So I want to talk about on the toxicity of Gorilla Tag and the hate on Cloud. So we'll start off with the toxicity in Gorilla Tag.
Yeah, Gorilla Tag is one of the most toxic games on VR currently.
I feel like the auto mod has to be very strong. Like,
you need to
instead
have
of
it
having
on
to make it
full strong to get no toxic people. Which Lemming and Axiom, thank you for giving us auto mod.
But you have to make it more more announced.
Like, because
barely,
I
feel like a lot of
I
people
barely
knew.
saw auto mod, and that was like after like scrolling through the menus on a new update.
Yeah, you have to physically look for it more than it being more announced, like something like a PSA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing that I'm pretty sure everybody that is watching this video knows the game Brick Tag, the Gorilla Tag fan game. Now,
Yes.
Lemming has made an official report in the finger painter only area for Gorilla Tag. So basically, the finger painter Discord. Lemming has made an official announcement stating that he is very proud of what fans have made out of the Gorilla Tag's open source code and everything. But he notices that games like Brick Tag, as an example, are just stealing his assets and making them something else. Like, he's fine all with fan games. For example, Primal Fear or Lethal Ape or
Scary Baboon,
yeah, he's very happy about that. He is completely fine with that. But what he is not fine with is people like BrickTag just stealing his assets and redoing it to give it its own little custom feel. Like, he does not like that because it's his work that he painstakingly has made for everybody to enjoy. And now people are just imagine that you work months on a really good game, and next thing you know, people are just stealing all of that stuff in the same location, same everything.
And especially that he's not getting paid enough for them to just be stealing his assets.
And it's not just that they're stealing his assets and everything. It's also that the assets they've stolen have also been paid for. For example, all the cosmetics in Brick Tag, they have their own version of shiny rocks, but that version you have to pay for. Which Lemming is fine for fan games doing that, but not games that have ripped assets. He's fine with games. He's not exactly fine with games ripping assets, but he's like not gonna take those unfortunate, in his words, unfortunate legal actions. But what he will do is if a game makes you pay for stuff that he made and it's using its own version of shiny rocks, that's when he's going to take action. So don't worry, games like Primal Fear, Big Scary Baboon, all that stuff will not disappear. You're fine. But everything like Brick Tag and stuff like that has a very good chance of disappearing. And you shouldn't be really sad because those devs, more like copy and pasters, from a quote from another YouTuber, I'll put his name up on screen if you're watching the video variant of this. he quoted that as copy and pasters, which is entirely true. They basically are just copy and pasting.
Yeah, basically.
These you don't
But
just make quote unquote make your own game while also doing all of that. So if you want to support Lemming, buy Shiny Rocks and Gorilla Tag.
yeah, because Lemming's not getting paid much for you guys to not care much, you know?
Like
But I
he
do want to
doesn't get
switch the
paid a
topic.
single dime whenever somebody buys Shiny Rocks in another GTAG fan game. So he'd be really happy if you guys could do that.
I do want to switch the topic here, though.
Yes.
Still in Gorilla Tag, but we're gonna talk about the hatred towards Clouds, on how it's gotten a revamp and basically so many updates, everything that y'all can ask for, speed boost, all that, low gravity. It's basically, when you think about it, the better version of Beaches, you know?
Yeah. But Beaches is only to think about it. Quick cutoff. I'll let you get back to it in a minute. But Beaches is literally the only reason why it's really popular. I bet it would be exactly like Clouds if content creators or TikTokers just didn't use it for like those cringy shorts or whatever. Like I know it's generally fun, but it's only when you have friends. Like if you're in a public infection match, Beaches is not really as fun as it would usually be. And same thing for Clouds. It's gotten revamped. Lemming has worked hard on it. People recognized it for 1 week. And as soon as that update was over, people just forgot about it.
Yeah, you guys gotta give Clouds some more favorite, because it's also basically what every new player can ask for. And if you're not a new player, then that is okay. You don't have to be a new player to still enjoy the Clouds map.
Yeah, but it's basically the basis of teaching. For example, when I started around 6 months ago, video coming on that soon. I started 6 months ago, and I remember just learning how to get up to Beaches and immediately trying to learn everything just from Beaches. And I learned how to rope run, how to do ropes, how to do anything, all from Beaches and Clouds, especially Clouds. I'll let you go back.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I'll let you go back.
I feel like, yeah, yeah, thank you. But I feel like I have the one issue. There is a minor issue with Clouds. The map is just like a bit too big, you know?
Yeah, it's big, but I think that could be like in infection. That is bad, but for just playing around, chilling with your friends, I think that's one of the pluses. But yeah, just like you said, for public lobbies, it's kind of annoying when somebody just grabs the glider and just runs off like a little goblin.
Yeah, stuff like that I just don't really like. I don't really sit right with. I feel like Clouds is fine. Keep the gliders, but don't make them have too much advantage with the gliders.
I mean, you really have to get trained while at it, though, like how to learn to use gliders. You have to have like to be really trained with it, honestly, in my opinion, because you have to like memorize the movements and everything.
Yeah, I feel like in my personal opinion is that I love Clouds. Don't get me wrong. Clouds is a pretty fun map, to be honest. Is that like they made the map a little bit too big, you know?
I would understand that completely. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, like we were having fun with the glider things, but like at the same time, make the map like a little bit smaller, because you're giving the people with the gliders too much of an advantage to run around, to roam around and leave. You know?
Like they could just jump up, grab a glider, and leave, which I understand is the whole point of it. But like,
But like I'm gonna pick off from what you just said right there. But at the same time, it's unfair for everyone else.
yeah, because what
You
can
know?
everybody else do? Like if there's
Yeah.
if
Like,
the,
what if
I
you
understand
don't
that
know?
there's
Like, what if
I
you're
understand that there's a total, I'm pretty sure, like 20 gliders in Clouds, if I'm not wrong. But those 20 gliders are always being left somewhere on the islands. So if you have no glide, and I understand they respawn, but if you have no gliders and somebody just took off with the last one, what are you supposed to do?
Exactly. You can't get to them because you're stuck. You
You
can't
don't.
do
You have to
much.
wait 5, 7, 10 minutes until they respawn, which could be a big waste of your time when all you could do is just grab one and go, just like they did. But no, you have to wait.
Yeah, like
So at least make the
you,
respawning time a lot faster than it currently is. If
for me, all I would want them to do is change the respawn time, and then after they change the respawn time, just leave it a be. Like bring back OG Clouds, you know?
like I think that should be the number one. Lemming, keep OG caves in mind. Number two is like Clouds was amazing. Like bring that as the new rotating map. That
Yeah,
that would be
the new rotating, because I know people didn't really like the quote unquote OG Clouds, but at the same at the same time, I meant to say caves. People didn't like the OG, the technical OG caves. They wanted
the real OG
new,
caves.
yeah, like they wanted the actual cave instead of
Like
the
the one that we have
prototype
now.
caves.
And that
Yeah,
really
instead of the
isn't the
prototype
I
caves.
mean it kinda is the prototype, but at the same time it's like a really early version of GTAG. That quote from Lemming, it's the version where you would have to go to their Discord and download each build. It wasn't even on SideQuest yet.
Yeah,
Which SideQuest isn't that old for GTAG. I mean SideQuest is like before 2022. Like late 2022 was it when Gorilla Tag went on to App Lab?
yeah.
And then
Apple.
early 2023 they went to full store, right?
Mhm.
Which was a good decision on Lemming's part. I mean, it was one of the biggest games on App Lab and on
Yeah.
SideQuest. But most people didn't have access to SideQuest because either if they were kids, their parents were too scared about it, which still
Totally understand.
yeah, which is a bit which is kind of understandable because
I understand
but
it.
like it's simple. Like
Cause
there's really nothing go wrong. It has setup. But I understand at that time it was a bit more risky than it is currently now. Because now I don't really understand it because you have like so many games to play on SideQuest. You have Questcraft. You have everything.
yeah,
Like for example, earlier
and
I was playing Questcraft. Like and I had to download it though off of SideQuest. It's not on the official MetaQuest store. And Gorilla Tag was like that one time.
yeah, it's still like Gorilla Tag's still the best coming app. But yeah, that's what I want to say. But to wrap it up, thank you for watching our podcast. We will definitely make more in the future. If you want to see more, we'll definitely make more. Um, but yeah, I hope we see you guys in the next
And
one.
make sure to comment what type of podcast or content you want us to make. So we will see you guys in the next one, just like DXM said. Alright, bye!
See ya, y'all.